What do we have here? I'm going to start by saying that some of us, or some of y'all, are really trifling. And when I say trifling, it has nothing to do with your socioeconomic background. It has to do with your frame of mind. Okay? The way that you engage the world and the way that you think. Because and I'm talking about, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the various videos I've seen from these landlords who own property, who rent to different people, and then for whatever reason they have to end the relationship and they damage their property. Some people were giving somebody a break because they couldn't get nobody else to rent to them, and then they do, and they're not paying, and so they got to go, and so they trash the person's property. Oh, we must not forget about the two young ladies who basically turned the rental property into a swimming pool, and not only damaged the landlord's property, but the neighbor's property as well. Some of y'all trifling. Some of y'all trifling, and again, it's not necessarily about, like I said, socioeconomic background. You all know that I grew up very humbly. My mother at different times needed public assistance when we lived in different places, but no matter what, no matter where we lived, my mother always taught us to take care of it as if it were our own. A lot of times people didn't know we were even renting because my mother took care of it as if it were her own, and I took on that same posture when I got out on my own, before I had my daughter and after. There was this one time, I will never forget, I was on active duty and I was in the middle of a divorce, so my credit wasn't that great. My credit wasn't that great. But the lady took a chance on me, and largely, and I was up front with her. I said, you're probably going to have a lot more applicants that are a lot more qualified and have better credit scores than me. But I promise you, I have references. They will tell you that I will take care of your property. And one of the things that sold her on renting to me was not that my credit was actually, she said the thing that cinched it for her was how I engaged with my daughter and how well behaved, well mannered, and courteous my daughter was. And she had to be about 7. In that brief encounter, that cinched it. And when my daughter was grown, she wasn't grown, but she was in college, she was going through another transition. I applied for this to rent for this home that had a pool. And I wrote a letter to him. I said, I'm sure I'm not of all the applicants, I'm probably not going to be the top one because my credit is not this. I said, but I'm gainfully employed. I will set up where your rent comes out automatically out of my check so you don't have to worry about me writing it to you. I have plenty of references, and I will take care of your property. And I did. And I did. Even if I had to leave, it wasn't on bad terms. Because see, just like with a job, if you live somewhere or you work somewhere and you can't use them as a reference, you've wasted your time. You wasted your time. So, again, it is not about where you grew up, and because, yeah. But my mother always taught us to take care of our places where we live, even if it wasn't technically ours. So it's a frame of mind. And it shows when you do stuff like that, you ain't used to shit. So it was a time I thought about, me and my husband thought about getting some rental property. But when I see all this, because see, that's all I'm going to say about that. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.